welcome to the Masters of Evil podcast. I'm Mike, aka Strange Spaceman, joined by the typical gang of assholes.
Strange mustache.
Strange, no mustachio.
Yeah, mustacheless man. I love the fact that you just use that intro whenever, like, just randomly, because I just don't know when it's coming anymore, and it makes it so much better.
I'm trying to get the one that Alan did to make sense, but
It doesn't make any sense.
it doesn't make sense.
I think that was the point.
Here with my friends, Tom and Alan. What's up, boys?
Hi.
Hi, I'm Alan.
Hi, Alan. I'm Alan. Hi, I'm Alan.
Hi, I'm Alan.
What's going on this week, gentlemen?
You know, it's another week.
It's another week.
We're very thrilled about it.
Another week of fun.
So, yeah, welcome to the podcast. We seem to unravel a little bit more every time we do one of these openings because we just don't give a fuck. Every week we randomly pick a book and talk about that book and rate that book and rate the art and talk about other shit. And this week we did not. This was just. Did you just push this out of your? Pull this out of nowhere last week, Tom? Right? I don't think we actually.
No, so the last week the book that we picked was
Jason
Southern Bastard.
Yeah,
and we all kind of, I think most of us had read it, and so I was like, "Here, well, let's do another Jason Arron book that maybe not everyone has read, and talk about the first one." And 2 out of 3 had read the first one, but only 1 out of 3 had read the second one. So we went with Volume 2 of The Goddamned.
Goddamn.
The Goddamned, Book 2, The Virgin Brides, which was quite a read. And it's, the little tagline or paragraph for it is, in a time before the Great Flood, the world of man is a place of wanton violence and unbridled depravity. But hidden high atop a mountain, there is a very different sort of world, one without man. Here, the holy sisters at the secret nunnery live in paradise, a new Eden, rearing their flock of orphaned girls to embrace their future as blessed brides of the Son of God. I'll just stop there.
Some fucked up shit.
This book was fucked up, man. Like, the first couple, like the first, it was fucked up.
Yeah.
So let's start here, right? I guess so. The first volume is let's back up again. So this was written by Jason Arron and with art by R.M. Guera, I would say. And this is the team that worked on Scalped, right? So if anyone's ever read the crime thriller Native American, it's like 50 or so issues from Vertigo, Scalped, one of my favorite books. And they're back to do this, and the goddamn, they put out volume 1, which was 5 issues as well, and then this is volume 2, which is these all have very specific themes in that they're kind of they're taking a lot of liberties in retelling stories of the Bible in very graphic and gory ways.
Yeah, and you can say, because like realistically, you can read Volume 1 and Volume 2 out of order, which Alan has now, but it's okay until the very, very end of Volume 2, you get a character that showed up in Volume 1 shows up, so it just kind of ties those together just from that. And, if you didn't read that, it's okay. It'll just make you want to read Volume 1, because I'm sure if they do a Volume 3, it'll be those 2 characters from 1 and 2 together doing something. It's kind of what it seems like.
I wouldn't necessarily say it makes you want to read it.
Oh, do you hate this book too?
Oh,
Jesus.
I didn't love it.
Wow. I so let's wait. Here's so. Have we all read both volumes now at this point?
No, I
I
haven't
mean,
read.
you read.
I haven't read volume one.
Oh, you haven't. Okay. um, I I'm not sure how I feel about this book either. To be honest with you, I like the second half of it, or I shouldn't even say that. The there was two chapters in the middle, two issues in the middle, like maybe like 2 and 3 that were like really fucking good, and it got like, or maybe it was 3 and 4. But I felt like either end of it was it was a good story, and it after reading the first one though, I would definitely say I expected it to be different, and like the first one was way better in my opinion. Um, but what did you think about it, Tom? You're muted.
Yeah, my bad.
It's being into a bag.
No.
It's an early start.
Yeah, it's full of ice still. I haven't got there yet. So it, you're with all these weird nuns that are housing these little girls and teen girls and stuff to become brides. And the way that they do that is they walk them up to this hill, and heavens open up, and they get taken up to heaven to become a bride, right? And so there's these two little girls that are part of this whole thing, and they're just rambunctious little girls and want to get the fuck out of there. And the crazy thing that you'll learn, which is, spoilers or whatever, is there's all these barbarian women that are killing dudes and taking the women and bringing them back to this place and like capturing them. And now they're going to be, become brides. And
they're stealing little girls essentially.
Yeah,
they're even killing like older women from these, the people off the mountain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just taking, which is just, I don't know much about the Bible, but I understand this is.
It's exactly what happens in the Bible.
It's exactly what happens in the Bible.
It's exactly how the Bible goes.
I don't know what story they're trying to retell here. Is this like, it says in it, the first thing, it says Genesis 6:4. That means nothing to me, but the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Like, so there's this being that you don't never see, that puts these monster babies in the wombs of these little girls, and then these babies are born and essentially rip them to shreds, their entire bodies when they're born, and then they keep these monster babies for whatever reason. I just don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, what is the end game here? Like, what story? Yeah, I don't know.
I honestly, it's a crazy, thought process and a crazy theory. And, it's, again, I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I've read through the Bible before, but a lot of the lingo and stuff like that is lost on me, especially at the age that I read it, so there could be something very relating to this whole, giving up your daughters to the, blah, blah, blah. But obviously in the Bible, they didn't write about monsters coming out of them and, this kind of thing. But really it's about those two little girls that realize that shit's fucked up and they're trying to get out of there. And I think one of my favorite parts, I think I sent you a photo of it, but the two girls are fighting off one of the barbarian ladies in like a cave, and one of the girls falls into a pit of fire, and so her hair catches fire and her friend has to put it out. And she goes, what did she say? She's putting out the fire on her head, and she's like, for Christ's sake, or something like that. And
she's like, is it the one where she's like, fuck you, fuck God, and she keeps saying that over and over again, and then she's like,
the girl's putting her hair out from the fire, and she's like, for Christ's sake, and she's like, fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, she goes, yeah. So there's, yeah, I'll bring it up, but she says God in heaven, and then she goes, no, fuck that guy. That's great. That is
Yeah,
good.
and then they walk out of there, and she's like, "We're gonna run with the devil," and yeah, so that's where she's like, "Fuck God, fuck this, fuck that," and we're gonna run with the devil, and it's pretty crazy. They do end up finding like some talking snakes and things like that, and
Yeah.
it's nuts, but I don't
Here,
know.
so I'll share it. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's like, so I like this as well. I think I screen capped this, but yeah. So here's like the barbarian woman. She's fighting,
Her
and
titties are
like,
out.
yes, all over the place. And she's just like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck your God, fuck you. And then like she keeps saying it over and over again. And then finally, when she wins, she's getting her hair put out, and then she just goes, God in heaven. She goes, no, fuck that guy. Like it's just it is the dynamic of these two girls is pretty awesome. I'll say that. Um, they are they're good characters. They're strong characters. They have like they say they're going to do something and they do it, like for the most part.
Yeah,
And then at the end it kind of teeters off there, and they kind of like give in, and I was a little disappointed by that because I really like these characters and I was not stoked about the end of it until obviously I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I was torn by it because obviously the one girl, Sherry or whatever her name was, like who was the weaker of the two, the true believer,
yeah.
ends up being this fucking brutal killer who like pretty much runs shit at the end. But yeah, I don't know. It was a weird story. It was good though. It was very weird.
Alan.
I don't know. It was just another one of those short indie books where you don't give a fuck about the characters. It's just more about the gore and the violence. There's no real depth to any of the characters. It's just, here's this.
Like this kind of violence.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was just, I don't know, like, it doesn't really show them getting, does it show them getting taken up into the clouds? Because, like, whenever, the very end, whenever, God or the angel or whatever is supposed to take her, it just burns the barbarian lady, and then the girl from the very beginning was just burnt faced on the hill. So, like, I don't understand the whole them giving birth and
Yeah, I don't know. She, you see them like rise up, and that first girl from the beginning, Lillian, like yeah, like you see them go into the clouds, and like, they, I guess like I didn't know if that was like a it was almost like she was a zombie that was like a after everything. But when the woman from the mountain, one of the warrior womans, like who she essentially tricks into being taken up into the clouds, she said she said something along the lines of like, you like to watch it, I'll watch, but I won't let it happen. And then she like stabs her and kills her, so she never goes up there. I don't know. This book was out there, and that I feel like that takes a lot for me to say.
And I don't know if it's because, they're the virgin brides, right? So the little girl, obviously, I wouldn't say obviously in a weird book like this, but, 90% is probably a virgin compared to maybe one of the, the barbarian girls is not. And maybe that's why she burned at the end instead of being taken, because she wasn't the type of girl, the right girl for the bride kind of situation. And so that's kind of the gist that I got from that little section.
Yeah.
very interesting, Tom.
No, that's
With it being called
that
the
is-
Virgin Brides, we only saw little girls being taken. You never saw like, a 20-year-old or something. So
yeah, no, it's I mean, throughout the whole book though too, like it was, despite how weird it was, like it was engaging. Like I did feel like I cared for those two girls. Like I had a good, like I felt there was a good through line story with them. Like they had full arcs. They both had their like very distinct personalities. The art was good. It was really good. And it was definitely fun. It was like not fun, but it was worth reading, you know?
Yeah.
Mike's into
I
that shit. Kidnapping
No.
girls and getting them pregnant with monsters.
Yes, that's what I'm all about. Yep. Yep.
Barbarian titties.
It's all the manga that he reads.
It's all the manga. I do not. The manga I read is nothing like this. That's for sure.
Tentacle dicks, all that
Yep.
shit. That
It's mostly penises. That's what.
tentacle dick monsters.
Leave it up to Alan to bring it to dick jokes real quick.
Hentai.
Well, let's not belabor this point too long. Obviously, I mean, I think that I think we could probably just roll right into ratings, unless anybody else has anything else to say. I know Alan doesn't.
It just wasn't that great. I didn't like it. I just didn't care.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I mean,
That's okay.
by the second issue, I was just like, I'm ready for this. I'm so happy that this is 5 issues long.
I'm really surprised that you say that, in all honesty.
I don't know, like there was they used the word fuck so many times. I was just like, and I what is that? Who wrote this again?
Jason Arron.
Yeah, I saw a thing where he was like he was raised like Southern Baptist or something like that, and then now he's like atheist or some shit like that. I don't know. It was just.
I mean, you can tell that he's trying to work through some shit in this with like all the biblical stuff and everything else. Like he certainly is.
I didn't love it, man. I think even like the first issue, I was like, "Fuck, I'm ready for this to be over already."
Do you think he took it in that direction, that like extra, like, fuck this, fuck that, just to be like, to make the religion aspect even more rough to read, you know? If you're talking about religion and stuff, and then you're like, oh, here's monster babies and fuck you and burn this person alive and blah, 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 you know, are you going that extra mile to be the opposite?
Yeah, I think there's a point in the absurdity of it. Like, I think that, like, he uses that as, like, a counterbalance to these, like, very old, very, like, long-standing stories that have been told many different ways. I mean, I think he's probably
that's kind of how like the Bible is, though. Like Old Testament, kind of like very harsh and
it's very it is. It's brutal. It's brutal as fuck. The Bible is brutal.
Yeah, I mean, God wasn't the greatest person.
God wasn't the greatest person in the world.
God wasn't the greatest person in the world. Very smiteful.
Yeah, Comic Crack asked if we liked the first miniseries. I'll just say I loved the first one. I read that as it came out. It was on my pull list when I saw it come out, and I fucking loved the first one. And for whatever reason, I felt I never realized this one came out until Tom said it last week or whenever that was.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying I don't like this one either. I'm just saying
they re-released the first one as a hardcover just recently, and it's like an oversized hardcover, not like prestige form, not prestige, but like the massive like art books, not that big, but it's bigger and it's pretty awesome. But it was like right after this one ended.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just having an off day.
You're just one long off day, Alan.
I think so. It's just been.
I think so too.
It's been a long day. Maybe I should have read it earlier in the week and I would have enjoyed it more. But I waited to the last minute, like always. And just didn't like it.
Hmm.
I didn't even really love the art, honestly.
The art is, yeah, it's particular. It's a lot different. It's just so radically different than like it's not, but like Scalped was like it, I can see I can see that it's the same artist, but I guess Scalped was just so much more down to earth. It was just like people in really fucked up situations and things happening. There was not like monsters and fucking. I mean, there was titties and dicks and penises and crack and meth and all this other shit all over the place, but it wasn't like it was realistic. So I think like the art style was okay when it was, or like it was better suited for a story like that than something that's so hyper violent and like just filled with monsters and crazy snakes and all this other shit. It was a little bit over the top.
Monsters.
What's that?
It wasn't really like filled with monsters. You see monsters like a little bit. Really,
There's
it's
more
just
snakes than monsters.
yeah.
I mean, like the kid, like those kids that were born were like the deformed whatever. I don't know. Yeah, these are the snakes. They were badass. Clearly, like the snake from
Am I
Eden is
guessing?
what I assume.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming too.
Yeah, right. That whispers and says, "Eat the apple," and then she eats the apple and prays to whatever.
So go ahead and read the book, Mike.
Go ahead and read the book, Alan. You're doing great, man. Just so you know that.
Hey, Robert can't read, so he would never be able to be on this show.
Well, he's also on like 15 other podcasts, so he doesn't have the time for us. Anyway, I'm surprised he's even here.
Yeah, for real.
I would love to have him on and let him review a book that we do, just to get the how would you put that? Get a different perspective from someone that doesn't actually read the words to how much they enjoyed a book. You know what I mean?
Well, the pictures were good. There was colors.
We can do that. The silent issue of GI Joe, where it's just Snake Eyes moving through.
Solid.
Perfect.
Very good.
That's an open invitation to you, Robert, to come on anytime you like. And you can
review
just sit,
Snake Eyes.
and you don't have to review anything. You can just talk shit about Alan or whatever you'd like to do. I'm welcome. I welcome that. I don't know what I rate this book. I guess like story. It's like story 3, art 3. Story 3, art 3. 6.
Okay. I enjoyed both of these, and the first one came out, I feel like, such a long time ago at this point that I can't really say I like it more than this one. I remember enjoying both of them. But I would give, the story, there was a lot of parts that I really liked that I thought were really funny between those two little kids. So I would give it a 4. I thought it was complete. It was weird shit. Taking biblical things and showing how crazy stuff, literally, like, depending on how real it was or how made up things were, you know what I mean? I still like venturing off into that world. And I'm gonna give the art a 4 too, just because I feel like it completely fits what this is. It's dark, it's gritty, it can be like gross at certain times. Some of the guys, you don't see a lot of men in this, but some of the guys you do see when they're running and stuff like that, their face are very big brow, very Neanderthal looking dudes, and which in a lot of books you would think it just is poorly drawn, but for the time period and things like that, I thought it really worked for this. So yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 total.
I'm gonna do 2 and 2. I didn't really care about the story. The art wasn't that. I didn't really care for the art. I mean, I just didn't love it. What can I say? Just like Rob, a solid 2. So
2 and 2.
2 and 2. I just didn't
I think that's the lowest you've ever rated any book.
because this is the book I hated the most.
No
I even
way.
hated
More than
more than
Monstrous?
No,
Really? No, you did not.
no, there's no way.
No way.
Monsters was the worst book that we've read.
Someone go back and watch that episode real quick and find out what he rated Monstrous.
No, Monsters was the worst book that we've read.
I mean, the art, like, I'm just like flipping through Scalped, like, just in like.
I mean, the art wasn't bad. I just didn't want.
I was gonna say, like, the art it's a lot different than what. I mean, it's still got that, like, his faces are the same, like he draws people the same, but it's yeah, I don't know how to explain it. It just fits differently. Yeah, I don't know.
I think maybe because I didn't like the story so much, it made me hate the art.
Quite possible.
Yeah.
Are you gonna buy those Bernie drawings, Tom?
I don't know. I'm gonna watch them. I own a couple of preliminary pencils from Bernie so far. The first one cost me $500. So that was the most that I had paid for a while when it came to art, and but it was also from the first issue of his Swamp Thing run that I ever purchased too. It's from issue 8. So I was like, that's the one, you know. But some Punisher page, I don't know, maybe we'll see.
Who gives a fuck?
But we know how much Tom loves Bernie, though.
I've made worse decisions.
No, I know.
Yeah, $125 is not bad.
No, hey, if I could buy it outright for $125, I would. But it's bidding at that point, so
no
let's see where it goes.
No one's bidded on it, though.
But it has like 4 days, right?
Yeah, but it's from Canada. People don't really like people from Canada.
That's fair. Punisher doesn't even like people in Canada.
No.
What is that?
Talk about anything else since Tom didn't watch Titans.
Let's talk about Titans. So, what did we think about the? Hold on. Oh, wait, what?
Someone asked us to read something, and I didn't catch what it was. What was that?
Who asked us to read something?
Oh,
In the comments?
Yeah.
Oh no, he said I recommend y'all do the recount.
Review the recount. What is that?
Review the recount. Oh, I have no idea. Oh, I don't know.
What book is that? Where is that from? Tell us.
The recount.
I've never heard of that.
Scout Comics.
Ah, that's why. The only thing from Scout I've ever read is Gut Ghost, I think.
Jonathan Hedrick and Gabriel Ibarra Nunez. Looks like some type of... When the U.S. president is assassinated by one of his own security detail, a female Secret Service agent named Bree Bartow must protect the vice president at all costs from a mass conspiracy by a group calling themselves the Masses. With nowhere to turn and no one to trust, the two women with completely opposing political views and beliefs must work together to preserve what's left of American democracy. And the cover is pretty cool. It's like a dude who's like in a clown makeup with what looks like some type of assault rifle in military fatigues.
Does it say how long it is?
So it looks like there are maybe 4 issues.
Let's do it.
It's a webcomic. So it's like it's not a webcomic, but I think it's like
isn't that catching some kind of heat or something like that right now? That book,
the recount.
I think they're gonna turn it into like a TV show or some shit.
Or some kind of neat covers.
Yeah, there's some neat. Yeah, 4 issues. He says Yeah, I mean, it's called The Recount. One of the pictures is a clown face on the White House, and it's literally talking about people from opposing political views working to preserve what's left of American democracy. So I would imagine it's extremely topical, and but I'm actually interested now. I don't know who that
Speaking
writer
of
is, and I don't know who
topical.
that artist is.
It looks like I was gonna say a Getty Lee statue, and I was like, no, that's the guy from Rush.
Is that a Wookiee?
It's a Wookiee right there. Yeah, right over here.
Getty Lee
Is that a
from Rush.
Sorry, I think I dated myself a little.
Oh yeah, issue 3. Yeah, Getty Lee. No, that you mean
Robert E. Lee? No,
Robert
not that
E.
one.
Lee. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Whatever that recommendation. This looks like it could be cool. I don't read much Scout. I feel like I should read more Scout.
Ah, I see. There's a plug here. I see what's going on.
What did he say?
The writer is a friend of his.
All right, good. So we'll review this, and you'll get him to come on the show for us.
Yeah, and we can tell him how much we don't like it to his
And we can
face.
tell him.
Did you donate $200 to the Kickstarter so that he can draw you into the story with your Comic Book Fiend Club vest on?
I don't think it's the same one, but I get it. So we could, since we're scheduled for next week already. He just got that.
I wasn't listening to that, and then I just kind of put it all together, and it made me laugh.
Do we want to, since we have next week's book already planned out because we have special guests for next week, do you want to throw it in for the week after and see what we can do?
Yeah.
Or do
why
you
not?
want to just throw it in the mix and see when it lands?
I think at this point, like, we have Southern Bastards is gone. We have
We have like 3 books.
Sea of Stars and Bitter Root are the only other 2.
And Wolf.
There you go. And Wolf, yeah.
Oh, and we added right. That's right.
Well, Wolf replaced 1608.
Yes.
He says, "Trust me, you guys take a no plug at all." I trust you, man. I'm down.
Look, the
I'm
fact that you
100%.
said no plug at all makes me know that you're trying to plug this book.
So
What's your fucking intentions, man?
Thomas, why don't you tell us about what we're reading next week?
Sure. I thought we were going to do this at the very end, but since we started talking about it, next
Yeah.
week,
This is the end.
We'll do it at the end again.
where our podcast this week is only 20 minutes long.
Thank God.
Excuse me.
Jesus Christ.
Next week, we are having a super cool episode with 2 special guests.
Stone Cold Steve Austin!
We need that glass to break.
And The Rock.
Yes. We're going to be reviewing issue 1 of Starweed. Issue 2 is a Kickstarter currently that will still be going on when we do the episode next week. So you'll be able to hop on if you like our review. But Tony Gregory, who was here a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago now, talked about his Dark Horse book, The Worst Dudes. He will be on the show. He does art for this book. And Lex Wilson, the writer, will be on the show as well. So it'll be a ton of fun. We're going to talk about issue 1, and then they'll talk about issue 2 a little bit, and then we'll probably just blabber on for another 45 minutes. But yeah.
As long as
Tony was a great guest last time.
As long as Tony doesn't call me Arn Anderson again.
That's great.
Don't act like you don't like that. You literally
it's your
changed your
name in
name
the
to Yeah, your name in the chat is
You
is
legally
Arn
changed your name to Arn Anderson right after that show. How can
Pretty
you
much,
say
that's-
you don't like that?
That's basically legally changing your name.
Yeah, it's binding. Yeah.
So I think am I still Pirate Allen in that chat?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't change my name. I think Max is the one who's always changing names.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Anyway, you mean Roy.
Yeah. So Titans.
So Titans. I guess Tom, what? So I've watched all of Titans up until the recent three. I watched it weekly that it came out. It's not the best thing in the whole wide world,
I
but
couldn't
it
remember
is.
what season 2 was about whenever I started season 3. I was like, what the fuck happened on the very last season finale of...
Donna Troy dies, right? I don't know if that was the last episode, but I know she
I think
dies.
she dies like earlier. She's fine too. Ooh, she's fine.
Yeah.
If anything, watch it for the fine ass chicks in this show.
That's for sure. That girl, Dove, who's from Friday Night Lights, she's the best. The reason I like this is this. I guess it was like the big hype of when whatever DC was before HBO Go or HBO Max,
DC Universe.
DC Universe. It was like one of the first ones coming out with that, and everything else coming around it, like Swamp Thing and all that. But like Doom Patrol, but like I hate the CW DC shows. I fucking hate them. They're just like teeny bopper bullshit. Like I've watched like 2 seasons of The Flash, and it was brutal for me. Like I hate them all. And this is so far from that. Like this is.
I'm not saying a lot because because Mike loved Monstrous.
But like these shows are just so far from that, and it's in a world that I do love. Like I love the Titans. Like I love Nightwing. Like I don't really care about Jason Todd. I don't really care. I didn't know that I.
The guy they have playing Batman is a weird choice for Batman.
I agree.
He's a small dude. Like I never imagine like Batman being small because you always see him portrayed like real like.
Yeah. How did that go again? Like an orangutan. He kind of looks like an orangutan.
Broad shoulders, like. When I think of Batman, I always think of like animated series Batman.
Yeah.
Like a square.
He looks like he'd make a better like Ra's al Ghul or something. Slender, tall. Yeah.
It's the guy from Game of Thrones. The guy who turns into the Thing.
The stone guy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But so Tom won't watch it. He refuses to. So.
Well, that's my whole thing. You literally explained every reason why I don't want to watch it. I don't like Batman. I don't like Nightwing. I don't like the Bat family generally.
It's not really about them though. I mean, like there's so much other stuff to it. I mean, it's obviously heavily. I mean, there's 2 Bat family now, 3 Bat family people in it, so it's obviously going to be about them. But there's other to it.
Yeah, and I in all honesty, I never read any Teen Titans. So, Beast Boy, Starfire, all of these characters, all I know them from is from the Teen Titans Go TV show that comes on when the 4-year-old's in the other room, and I do not want any part of that.
That's a
great show. So awesome. Teen Titans Go is great. How do you not like that show?
It's just so loud and so much happening, and I just can't take it all in.
This coming from the guy who plays in a comedic horror punk rock band, so loud and so much happening.
It's maybe I get enough from what I do.
Yeah, hey, I don't blame you for that, man. So, Alan, they dropped the first 3 episodes last Thursday. Alan, you watched all 3?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I actually like the guy who plays Jason Todd better this season than I liked him as just Jason Todd Robin. He's a weird looking guy too. Like he has like a weird his big head. I don't know. It's just he's a weird looking.
I don't know.
Without seeing, you don't see his neck so much in this season. I feel like it just makes his head not look so big.
Yeah.
So
he definitely played like a good douchebag Jason Todd, cocky Robin. I don't like. I think it's the same thing like you said about Batman. Like to me, the Red Hood is like someone who is super strong, advanced, like fucking
like top.
big, like he can take on Batman. Like he gave Batman a run for his money. I mean, granted, he has guns and shit like that, but I don't know. And like also the mask.
The mask.
Like, I feel like I've seen better cosplay masks than the one that's on that show.
I think it's weird because of the way it goes across the mouth. Like it looks like it has a mouth. It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
it's very weird.
So I don't know that I really like the Red Hood. Like I don't mind the character in the show, but I don't really like him as an actor or the costume. Really, anything about it.
No, all the acting's kind of weird, actually.
Yeah,
like the whole everyone's acting. The whole series is kind of weird. The only people that I like this in the whole show are Hawk and Dove. They could have just made a Hawk and Dove series, and I would have liked it. I feel like they're the most. They portray like their acting's. I feel like their acting is like way better than anyone else's acting in the whole fucking show. Like, it just seems more natural and not just kind of like awkward and fucking weird.
The whole show does feel like a fan-made YouTube movie thing. That's what it feels like, you know? Yeah. Like, it's just not quite there. I still enjoy it, and it's not sappy and cheesy and horrible like the CW shows, because those are just as bad. But I agree. Hawk and Dove, like, I would watch Hawk and Dove like
hours. Pounding. Well, in that last episode, I thought they were gonna fuck, and I'm like, he's gonna raise his heart rate. He's gonna die.
He's gonna die. Yeah, I agree. I thought that same thing.
Spoilers! He ends up dying anyway.
Yeah.
I thought that was weird. That was very weird to kill him.
It was so ridiculous. It's like she's doing everything to be like, stay calm. You have to stay calm, or else if your heart rate goes, you're gonna die. And then she gets on him and starts riding him and kissing him, and it's like, bitch, what the fuck do you think you're doing to him? Like,
they're about to fuck. You're gonna fuck. I'm ready for this. I was eating Pop-Tarts. I was like, oh.
Making your own toaster strudel.
They didn't fuck though. It was just really weird. Like he just like starts to take her shirt off and he's like kissing her, and then they just like, I can't live without you. And I was like, what the fuck? Y'all trying to make my dick soft. It was very disturbing.
Yeah, well, I can't top that that review. There doesn't get much more than that. So
y'all should watch the Snake Eyes movie. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I want to watch that.
It wasn't great by any means.
It's not like it. Is it even?
No idea what's going on.
Is it even a G.I. Joe movie? Like, I remember the first time I saw that trailer, I was watching it and I didn't realize it was G.I. Joe movie until like the end.
It's called Snake Eyes.
I agree with you though. I was watching this and I was like, this looks pretty cool. And then I realized it was Snake Eyes and I was like, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, you get it's got the guy from Warrior in it.
You get to meet the Baroness and Storm Shadow's in there, and you get to meet a chick from G.I. Joe. I don't know what her name is. I don't like G.I. Joe, so it doesn't really matter. And it was kind of weird too, because some of the people in there have like English accents, and I'm like, we're in Tokyo. What the fuck is going on right now? But I mean, it was good. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest movie in the world, but it's better than like the other G.I. Joe movies. And I kept thinking,
the other ones were horrible.
Why have you never seen John Cena in a G.I. Joe movie? Because I feel like he looks like a G.I. Joe.
Oh, he'd be perfect.
That's a good point.
He looks like one of those like He-Man characters, like the little toys, where it's like the upper body is just like huge. And it's kind of
his like, tiny little legs.
Yeah.
You press the button on the back and he goes like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like watching him in Suicide Squad. Like, I understand they bought shirts for him that are too small, but at the same time, when he's like wearing a button-up like, or his like fucking collared shirt, his like golf shirt, and he's just like ripping the fuck out of it, like it's ridiculous. But it's fucking fantastic looking.
But I think that's the point, though. It makes it's great. Yeah,
I feel like in real life he wears shirts that are too small for him, though.
I wouldn't
I mean,
know that.
I mean, what size shirt would he even wear? That's weird. Like, I don't. He's like a medium or something.
Matt says it was a bad G.I. Joe movie, but an all right ninja movie.
Shut
I'm
up,
okay
Matt.
with that.
I think you would. I would flip that around. Even not even seeing it, but like GI Joe has never had a good movie, so maybe it was a decent GI Joe movie and not a great ninja movie.
I think that's not what he said.
No,
I mean, G.I. Joe's never really had G.I. Joe's never been good. Like the G.I. Joe. Have you ever Have you watched the cartoon ever recently? Like,
not in a long time.
no, but I
bought a
mean,
G.I.
like,
Joe movie the other day. I
It's-
sent it to Tom.
it's
VHS
all
movie.
on. It's all on YouTube for the most part, and you can watch it. And I forget what podcast I heard that on. They said they were watching it, and I went back and watched it, and it's fucking horrible. Like, it's not even like, like you go back and you watch some old cartoons that you have like nostalgia about, and you're like, oh, this was clearly not what I thought it was when I was 10. But like that show is on another level. Like, it was horrible. Like, there's nothing about G.I. Joe that's ever been good.
Well, because it's that whole we have toys and we need to sell toys, right?
Yeah.
And so we need to make a show for these toys that exist because GI Joe was around for a long time before there was a show with the big dudes, the 6-inch or whatever they were. And that was the same thing with Swamp Thing. When the Swamp Thing TV show came out, it came out to be able to push a toy line that they wanted to make, and the cartoon was garbage. It ran for three to 5 episodes. That was it, and then it just never fucking happened anymore. And
Swamp Thing was a smart choice to try and sell to kids. Brilliant.
I think the soundtrack killed that show, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
That's all on YouTube too. If you want to watch it, go watch the Swamp Thing cartoon. I agree with that.
Yes. Yeah. So Tom, you'll never try and watch Titans ever? You'll never watch it?
I don't know. I have so much other shit that interests me or that I've rewatched on occasion because I don't want to try something new. So maybe not.
Yeah. I hear that.
Doom. I'm thoroughly invested in Doom Patrol, so I'm excited for that third season to come out in September. And that's another thing. It's a bunch of characters I didn't give two shits about, but it's that super weird, wacky, vulgar like type of TV show that I enjoy. Titans is just. It looks like something serious that I don't want to get invested in, or I don't want to try and give it a chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got that.
Are we all three going to do the podcast next week?
Yeah.
There's going to be 5 of us. I just didn't know if there was going to be. I didn't know if it was going to turn into a fucking the Grail Keepers podcast.
We're just
Bam! Fuck you guys!
I don't even know what the Grail Keepers is. So
it's 35 people in one room going.
We're gonna take you, Alan, and put you right in the middle of everybody, real small.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got to make sure that we talk this time because last time Mike just talked to Tony the whole time. It was like a bromance.
Was that the episode that
my buddy watched and was like,
"What are you talking about?
Do you and Tom even talk at all during the podcast?"
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we talk sometimes. Oh, I was gonna say there's a new movie on Netflix that I keep seeing people post about. It's called I don't remember what it's called. It's like a horror, like a new. I don't remember what it's called.
Thanks for joining us today, Alan.
I got a recommendation to watch a movie the other day called Jacob's Wife. And it was a Shudder movie, but I was in a store and they had it for like $12 for Blu-ray. So I was like, I'll just buy it and watch it. Someone, who was it? NJ Comics or somebody? I don't remember now. I feel bad. Anyways, I watched it, and I don't think it was worth $12.
What was it called?
Jacob's Wife, Jacob with a K, and it was about a minister's wife who gets bit by a vampire and then starts eating people, and he has to like. At first, he's all, "I'll just cover it up," and then he's like, "No, fuck it, we got to kill the main vampire." And the main vampire, first of all, was a lady who was portraying a man, so it was weird. But it was the same actress that.
What's weird about that?
It was the same actress that played the nun in those like Conjuring movies, you know, the one that's got the weird nose thing.
Yes.
Anyway, but her makeup was fucking terrible. It looked like she was supposed to have like peeling skin on her face, and it just looked like, I don't know. I think my girlfriend said it looked like a college makeup artist's like makeup job. It was super bad.
Available August 25th on Netflix. Bob Ross, Happy Accidents, Betrayal, and Greed. So it's a documentary. I feel like I have to watch that.
Is that what you were talking about?
No. I can't remember what it's like some horror fucking like crime something. Like apparently it's really good and everyone's talking about how weird and fucking great it is. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to look on the like top 10 or whatever. I'm sure it's top 10.
Top 10 what?
Have you never watched Netflix before, you fucking idiot?
This bitch?
Yes, it's so bad. Look at that.
Look at her teeth.
That looks like
they're all
got his mustache.
They're like Nosferatu vampires, so they just have like the front two teeth. But like she's got super weird like makeup just around her eyes and no texture anymore. But then the rest of her face just looks all like just thrown together. It's fucking bad. And she was supposed to be like the main, like the the Count Orlok who like turned everybody, and she's the master and blah blah blah. And then when you see her, you finally see her in the light to where you can see her face, and you're like, you're a piece of shit. You're terrible.
Death to you, scumbag.
Hey, Mike, you can pull up videos.
Spoilers alert, she does.
Mike, you can pull up videos on your thing.
Sure.
Let's watch the new trailer for the Chucky TV show.
Oh,
Chucky TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is it called?
Chucky TV show?
What is it called? Chucky TV series.
Your sound is so good when you do that.
Yeah, when you talk.
In the distant future, Mike lost his mustache. He must race against time. Before Mike had his mustache, he was no man. Now his mustache is back, and it's seeking vengeance against all that have hurt him. Mike in 3D, 4D, 4K Ultra. This season on Netflix.
Say something.
Only on VHS. Wait, what?
Only on Plasma Blu-ray.
All right, hold on. I gotta switch this. I had no idea what you just said, so whatever you said, it doesn't matter.
One man and one man alone, named Mike, must find his mustache.
All right, there you go. I heard mustache.
In a Mad Max world, Mike is one man on a mission of love. Sent down from Jesus, he must fight. He must fight God in an epic battle.
Everyone has a Halloween they'll always remember.
Wait, stop it. Is this for Halloween, the TV show?
It's you're such a piece of shit.
Jinx.
I haven't watched this yet.
I haven't watched it yet. We're all watching it for the very first time.
Jake, you into vintage?
No, I'm into retro.
Oh,
Wait, stop it real quick.
fair enough.
If I was that kid, I would take Chucky home and have him jerk me off. Did you see how his hands are gripped like that? I fucking slide my dick inside Chucky's hand. All right, play.
With your tiny little penis.
What's that?
He stole a knife.
USA Sci-Fi. That's one thing now.
I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Nope. I throw him away, bro.
Jake, are you okay?
I can't stand the soda blood. Pussy.
What high school kid brings a doll to school?
That isn't quite right.
Yeah, what teenager puts a doll like sitting next to him?
Don't forget your boy toy. Okay.
It's contagious, isn't it? Laughing at people. Well, guess what, dickheads? Now the joke's on you.
That was horrible.
And I'm your friend to the end.
What did you do?
Mommy says real killing is bad.
Yeah, well, mommy's full of shit. It's the World Series of Slaughter.
Stop. Did you feel that?
Everywhere Jake Wheeler goes, death seems to follow. Creepy doll just creeps me the hell out.
It's kill or be killed. Everybody's got to choose.
What's going on with you?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Chucky. He's gone. Dude, you have a serious doll problem. If you only knew.
Hey, kid, I'm gonna go kill your sister. Wanna come?
I'm sleepy.
You snooze, you lose.
Jesus. So that's just a psychopathic kid who's killing people and hears voices in his head.
Yeah, I really hope that that's what it becomes. Like Chucky doesn't exist at all, and it's just
Yeah.
a regular doll, and this kid's actually killing everybody. Because, like, why would he be friends with a killer doll? Like, get the fuck out
I
of here.
want to be friends with the killer.
So you don't die, I guess.
But who brings what teenager brings a doll to fucking biology class and sits him up next to him? And what teacher allows that and is like, oh, this is okay?
Yeah.
A kid who obviously fucks tons of girls.
All right. Well, that we went that way with the show today. We were just gonna live stream an episode of Titans and just have Tom hate on it the whole time. So maybe join us next time for that. But
What other shitty trailers have come out?
I'm looking at it right now. There's the Batman trailer, but I think that's the
There's a no, Tom will not like this, but they're making a Star Wars anime for Disney Plus, Star Wars Visions.
No,
I have not watched the trailer yet.
There's a trailer for it already?
I've been saving. Let me see.
I know you wanted to watch trailers, and so I haven't watched anything either.
Let me see. Which one's that?
So like the Star Wars thing is like what they did with the Matrix one, where it's like a bunch of small like it's a bunch of like really short stories that are told. Do you remember like the Animatrix when they did that? It was like different artists, different art types,
Right.
different some of it was CGI, some of it was like traditional animation, hand drawn animation. So it looks pretty cool. Are we gonna watch it? I think we should.
No. Tom doesn't like Star Wars.
It's 4 minutes long too.
Yeah, fuck that. Look up a trailer for a movie called Together.
Oh god.
It has what's the guy from fucking the M. Night Shyamalan movie Split, the Beast guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
McAvoy?
Yeah. I didn't see it. He looks like an old man in the very beginning.
What is this about? What is it about?
I have no idea. I'm about to find out.
This looks like a the next rom-com.
We're just watching trailers, bro.
We are literally just watching trailers. That's what this show has become. Here you go. Jobs in America. New Hampshire. Tackle climate. Strengthen our economy. Power America. Power America.
They just announced the lockdown.
We're getting through it.
I hate your face.
My face.
I don't want to watch movies about
you hate my
COVID yet.
face?
I'm
Just your
over
face, I
that.
hate it.
I can't watch. I can't do
We
it
never
yet.
got together in the first place.
Madness.
You know, is it a lockdown phenomenon? Are other people experiencing this?
Is this
Is this particular?
fourth wall breaking?
It's gonna kill you. I would love to pick that mushroom and watch that bastard die. I mean, not really.
The only thing keeping us together is our child.
Arthur,
No, fair's fair. You gave me a great son.
I didn't give him to you. Well, I think you've got the same level of charm as diarrhea in a pint glass. I'm worried about Mum.
Little Artie, he's only got one grandparent.
Hospital was weird. It's just trying to make sure that people don't die out.
Both my parents are dead, so you know, thank God.
It's really grim.
And I was thinking that as I was saying it, it's a bit grim. We need to get on. I hate you sometimes, but I never despise you.
I don't want to go back to normal. Running towards each other at the speed of light, shouting, "Get away from me!" I can't do that anymore. We did it in the kitchen this morning.
Over the dishwasher, I mean, that is unfathomable.
What are you?
Very sorry that I suggested this trailer.
I think there's this chance that we somehow ended up in this place that is the love that exists beyond hate. It's unique.
Did you hear that in a song or something?
What we're doing doesn't mean nothing to me.
He's a great actor, though, man. Let's talk about
Are you trying to say you love me?
I'm trying to say I sort of love you.
Is home. I cried in the bath yesterday. The bath.
I'm gonna have to watch that with subtitles.
Yeah, I can't watch those kind of movies, and I don't understand anything.
Where did that come from, Alan? Like that was so random for you to just be like, this
You know, like
rom-com
I
movie.
usually watch. A lot of
I'm not
trailers.
gonna lie. Like I would
I'm gonna watch
absolutely watch that movie. I love that. That movie looks like something I will sit on the couch and watch with my wife and probably love it.
That makes
Probably
sense.
cry, you'll probably cry.
I might cry,
Fucking 69 on the couch.
and then or over the dishwasher.
Make sure the kids are asleep. They can't hear you crying after we have sex, Mike.
Did you?
Please don't hit me again, babe. I love you. Shut up, Mike. Take your pants down.
Did you used to? Do you remember when like the Apple trailers were like a big thing, where like you could go like Apple movie trailers were like all the new trailers were released on Apple's website or whatever. Do you not? No.
Oh, I
No.
watch trailers on YouTube.
All right. Well.
All right, here's a another trailer. Oh wait, what the fuck? That's not the wrong thing. It's called Cop Shop. Cop Shop.
There are plenty of pretty boys.
Cop Shop.
Oh, there's a show coming out soon called Coda.
I don't think it has anything to do with.
No, it doesn't.
It's actually a movie.
All right. Well,
Where are we going?
we're watching trailers live on. So, what if we were going to talk about that? I don't think we.
We're not gonna talk about it. Shut up, Mike.
I didn't watch the second.
I'm in
episode.
charge now, Mike. And everything's getting a little weird.
Here we go. Arn, take us away. What's up
Take
next?
us away.
What's up next, Arn?
We're gonna watch the trailer for Cop Shop. Play it, Mike.
What on earth?
For what?
Cop. It's called Cop Shop.
Are we really gonna do this?
Yeah, this is the last one, and then we're gonna end the show. I'm gonna go fucking masturbate just super aggressively in the bathroom.
Tom Holland, Cherry, Cop Shop. Oh, okay.
Cop Shop.
This might look.
Cherry's a horrible movie, by the way.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watch tons of movies, Mike.
I thought you just slept all day.
I'm fucking depressed, Mike. Okay, so I just sit inside all day and watch movies. That's why I'm always asleep, Mike. Because I'm depressed.
Leave them. We only represent actors who write.
You're a psychopath. I'm a professional. I'm invisible. That's where I'm going to be. I got feet all over me. I'm not telling you where I am. When are you going to arrest me? One of you people, please arrest me.
You're under arrest. So why were you looking to get locked up, Theodore?
Everyone's trying to kill me. They nearly killed us. What'd you do? I did what I had to do to get to you, Teddy. The legendary Bob Fitting. You're a psychopath. I'm a professional. You pissed off the wrong people, and I'm gonna kill you.
Drop that gun. No one kills anyone in here.
You say so?
Yeah. Well, to clarify, I shot him in the head and then he took a little tumble.
I love him.
How bad is it?
Are you an idiot, Teddy?
Anthony Lamb.
I'm going by the more friendly and less formal tonnage these days.
Clear off my contract.
No, King Dick, this contract is free fire, as there are competing parties for one Theodore Moretto. Bob, are we going to duel to the death?
Get me out of here. Always and only about Teddy. Teddy Moretto! Here they come.
Let's make a deal, man. I got a lot of money.
There's no deal to be made. Come on, Teddy. You know how this goes.
I need to know everything.
All you had to do was let me blow his head off when I had the chance. Somebody help this man! He's gonna die!
I'm coming in there whether you like it or not.
Difference? That is a psychopath.
Definitely the best one in the whole movie.
Yeah, I mean that actually looks not that bad. So the all 2 or 3 viewers that ever watch the show ever are like, well, these guys have given up. So
This guy's giving up all online.
these guys are just giving up, and I don't blame you, quite frankly.
Yeah, it's fair. But the coolest thing about giving up is the fact that we're not giving up for next week, because next week we have 2 really special guests that I've already talked about, but you probably didn't watch that part of the podcast. You probably just hopped on just now. We are going to review Starweed #1 by Tony Gregory and Lex Wilson. They will both be on the show talking about issue 1 with us, talking about issue 2. There's a Kickstarter currently running. We will put it in the bio of this video. Mike, yes, you'll do that? I doubt he will, but
Or not.
yeah, we'll talk about it next
He doesn't
week.
even know where he's at. He's Mike.
Thank you guys. Yep, there it is. It's burning, bud.
Perfect.
Hey, I literally just packaged your print I'm never shipping a framed piece of artwork ever again in my life. I had to make a box to fit it because they don't make boxes for that. So, yeah, you'll get it soon, I promise. But it's in a box now.
You'll probably never get the package from me. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, no, he may never ever send you anything.
It's true. So next week, join us while we talk Starweed.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, let's see if we can get them to watch trailers with us next week.